Hello, I'm Sergeant Ann Justice of the Phoenix Police Department Public Affairs Bureau. The information, audio, video, and pictures you are about to see are intended to provide details, as we currently understand them, of an officer-involved shooting that occurred on February 6, 2021, in the area of 43rd Avenue and Cactus Road. This video may contain strong language as well as graphic images which could be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. The suspect in this incident has been identified as 29-year-old Anthony Greco. This incident started just before noon when 911 received a call from a woman about an armed subject in her backyard. The woman was home alone and had just gotten out of the shower when she saw the man in her backyard with the gun. The woman did not know who the man was. Here is a portion of the 911 call.
Phoenix 911, what is your emergency?
Somebody's in my backyard with a gun.
What's the address there?
Right now. Get out of my house! Get out of my fucking house!
What is your address there?
He's in my house with a gun, please! Oh my God, please!
Once the officers were on scene, they were able to have the woman, who was wearing only a towel, exit the home through a window to safety.
Come out here. Patrol 92, I got the complainant come out the front. She's just in the towel. Let's lock this house down.
Just stay right there. I got another unit that's going to get you and take you out of the area. No one's in the house. Give me a good description of him. Stay there.
Why is he in my house?
After the victim was out of the home, the officers began working to establish communication with Greco, who was still inside of the home. Two officers positioned themselves to the rear of the home, behind the block wall around the backyard. As more officers were arriving, Greco exited the rear Arcadia door into the backyard. The officer could see he was still armed with a handgun, so he gave Greco commands to drop the gun. Greco refused, walked towards the officer, and raised the firearm. On the body-worn camera, Greco can be heard saying, "Shoot me," just before the officer fired one round from his rifle, striking Greco. Due to the officer's position behind the block wall, his body-worn camera did not capture a view of the shooting. Here is that officer's body-worn camera footage.
Get on the ground! Do you have any weapons? Put the gun down! Put the gun!
The officer fired one round from his rifle, striking Greco. Here is body-worn camera from the second officer who was positioned to the rear of the residence.
Tell him he's coming out.
924, we got him coming out the back.
The Phoenix Police Department! Get on the ground! Do you have any weapons?
924, we're making
Put the gun
contact.
down! Put the gun!
924, 998, 998.
After the shooting, officers to the front of the residence moved to the backyard to contact Greco. The officers could not see the gun, which was positioned under Greco, who was laying face down. Due to the proximity of Greco to his gun, the officers spent several minutes attempting to have Greco move away from it, using commands and less lethal beanbag rounds. As the officers moved in closer, they utilized 2 more beanbag rounds to safely approach.
Stun bag, 2 more rounds.
Yeah, he's not moving.
All right.
No movement.
Original arrest team, move up.
When they reached Greco, they moved him away from his gun and provided first aid.
Let's move him away from
All right, let's move him over, guys.
Hold him down.
Guys, I'm going to pull him down away from the gun. Watch the gun. There we go, right here. Right here, good. Right here.
Greco was pronounced deceased on scene by the Phoenix Fire Department. Officers later learned that 2 days prior to this incident, Greco kidnapped one of his family members at gunpoint and stole their vehicle and handgun. The stolen vehicle which Greco arrived in was found parked in front of the victim's residence, and the stolen gun which was used by Greco was recovered next to him. There were no injuries to the victim, officers, or other community members. There was one officer involved in the shooting. He's assigned to the Cactus Park Precinct and has 3 years of service with the Phoenix Police Department. This incident is the subject of both an internal and criminal investigation, which will be reviewed by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Conclusions about whether the actions of the officers are consistent with department policy and the law will not be made until all facts are known and the investigation is complete.
This video was intended to inform and educate the public about a critical incident in our community. You can learn about the Phoenix Police Department's transparency policy on our website.